Ladies and gentlemen, that was the biggest story of the week. What happened to that Iranian schoolgirl and the bombing? People were searching, trying to figure out what was going on, and we're going to discuss that. But before we get into what we're going to be discussing, I got the hammer here, and I'm not talking about MC. Is Moochie? How you doing, Moochie?
Yeah, I ain't gonna be sliding in no parachute pants across your stage, but I am with the hammer on TV.
Yes. For all of you that are new to my channel, this is one of my original posse in my YouTube community. Normally we do movie and TV show reviews, but she has thoughts on what's going on in politics because she understands how politics affect the world. Here are some things we're going to cover on this. Today, we're going to be talking about that Iranian school and how information has come out about who's really at fault. We're going to talk about the disaster at Trump Hotel that y'all probably missed this week. We're going to talk about racism caught on video again. And we're going to talk about how the people fought back in Vermont against ICE. And we'll end on a funny note with my man Godfrey. All that and so much more. It starts on this show right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. You are in the building with Lamont Tyson and the Hammer Moochie. Her link is in video description. She puts out amazing content for movie and TV show reviews, especially Power and some of those type of shows. So please give her a follow. If you are new here and you didn't know I do movie and TVs, I do, but I'm pulling that over to a new channel. So if you want to follow me for my movie and TV show reviews, this is my new channel. You can go over there and follow me with that. Having said that, Moochie, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm doing good.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the developments in the Iran story and the schoolgirls getting bombed. At first, the administration tried to blame it on Israel, but as news started to come out, as inquiries started to come out, turns out, Moochie, it was not Israel. Let's take a listen to who first. First, let's talk about what Trump had to say about it, and then we'll take a listen at what the information is saying happened. First, let's listen to Trump.
There's footage that shows that an American missile strike and a Tomahawk missile likely destroyed that Iranian girls' school. So will the U.S. accept any responsibility?
Well, I haven't seen it, and I will say that the Tomahawk, which is one of the most powerful weapons around, is used by, is sold and used by other countries, you know that. And whether it's Iran, who also has some Tomahawks, I wish they had more. But whether it's Iran or somebody else, the fact that a Tomahawk is very generic. It's sold to other countries. But that's being investigated right now.
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation. But Tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have Tomahawks. They buy them from us. But I will certainly, whatever the report shows, I'm willing to live with that report.
Well, Moochie, I have questions for you. First of all, inside his head, is it the same stuff that's inside a pumpkin? That man just literally said the old excuse politicians use. I haven't seen it. I haven't read it. Stop it. Stop it. Moochie, this fucker gets briefed.
Anybody.
He gets briefed every single morning.
That part.
Every morning. And for you to come out and say you don't believe, you don't know what's going on, just stop it. When you first heard about this, what went through your mind?
He always tells on himself, even when he's lying. He said, when he said the part, I wish they had more, he's talking about himself. He always tells on himself. He always tells on himself. Just like when he was saying that he said this when he was running. He said if Kamala becomes president, the United States will be turned into a third world country. Man, he's doing this right now. He always telling himself. He tell half truths.
It's called projection, Moochie, and projection is something MAGA and Republican world have been doing for years. They project what they are really doing onto other people. And this is a couple of the shots of the aftermath. So let's read what the write-up says. Just because now, even though Moochie, we do know that people who are in the tank for Trump, it don't matter what the facts say. It don't matter. And these facts came from its administration. So let's take a look at this. It says, reports indicate that the U.S. military is likely responsible for the bombing of a school in Iran, which resulted in the death of over 150 people, mostly schoolgirls. This incident has raised significant concerns regarding civilian casualties and accountability in military operations. Moochie, there you have it. There you have it. I'm not just pulling this out my butt. I'm giving you the facts. And you know Trump had those facts when he gave that press conference. Does this man tell the truth about anything?
No.
Well, he did one time when he said he wanted to fuck his daughter. Remember that?
Well, he done that already. That came out in the files. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah. No. That came out in the files. That when this last dump that they just had.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say allegedly because this is allegedly that came out that he did that with his daughter. Come on, she was going to the island too, you know.
I know, and nobody ever talks about her and Kushner going to the island. And I'm about 100% sure, Moochie, because Epstein had secret cameras everywhere, so that if these men tried to throw his ass under the bus, he would have something. It wouldn't behoove me that if Putin and Netanyahu both got those tapes of Trump with his own daughter. But let's say that they do. There's still these same folks that voted for Trump 3 times, that seen the riot on the Capitol, that would still vote for him. They would still pull something out of their butt and say, well, Jesus Christ died for his sins. He can be forgiven.
I'm just trying to understand. In other countries, they are holding people accountable, and the United States is dragging their feet with putting these PDF files away.
Because everybody in that administration, Moochie, every one of them is in them. And you got to think the people that paid the most for his campaign is in them too. I mean, like I said the other day, there's a reason why Elon Musk was jumping around like a schoolgirl who just got her first piece of sex when Trump won, because he knows that it was like 15 lawsuits against Tesla. Then it was like 2 or 3 lawsuits against him. And then he's in the Epstein files. He just basically bought himself some time. But
he said
I know it don't
podcast that if they lost, they was all going to jail.
Yep. Him and Bannon said it
out of his own mouth.
Right. Him and Steve Bannon said that. And you know what, Moochie, they need to go.
Oh, yeah.
And
he said it about the midterms, if they don't make it, that they were all going to jail. So what you think
need to
happen? Do you think they dragging their feet, or they just blowing smoke up our behinds?
No, Moochie, they dragging their feet. They know good and damn well justice is a coming. But what we hope and what we need, Trump has gone in that office and showed you that you can saber rattle and get shit done, regardless of what Congress is doing. He's shown you that. We need some Democrats that are going to have a spine and do the same thing for the right reasons. And hopefully that person will appear, because I don't see that person right now. I really don't. But y'all let us know what y'all think. Post your comments. We knew he was a heartless bastard from the jump. That's not going to change. But what can change is us doing something in the midterms to pull the levers back a little bit and hopefully get some people that will start voicing justice and getting justice done. Next story I got, Moochie, is still about Trump. And you may not have heard this, but have you ever, you're from the New York area, so have you ever been in one of Trump's luxurious hotels? Have you ever been to Trump Las Vegas, Trump Chicago, Trump New
York? No, not Atlantic City, none of that.
Okay. So Moochie has never been to any of Trump's stuff that has fake gold on it. Well, turns out the food in there is unsafe too. Take a look at this news story on how Trump Tower in Chicago cannot pass food inspection. I mean, this dude is just bottom of the barrel.
Trump International Hotel and Tower has made some improvements after failing a health inspection. In December, a health inspector cited the downtown Chicago hotel for 6 issues, including flies in the bar and dish areas and improper storage of cold food. They were instructed to have all areas affected by pests checked out by an expert. The hotel later passed inspection on December 23rd.
It's funny to me, Moochie, because we know Trump wasn't paying contractors. So what happened to the hotel? They forgot to pay the bug man. Damn, Terminix ain't that expensive. What happened, Moochie?
Well, maybe they got deported.
Oh,
Allegedly.
good point. Good point. Y'all picking up what Moochie's putting down? Y'all picking up what Moochie's putting down? She's saying that maybe the people that were supposed to be there doing their job got snatched up from the hotel. I don't know. Y'all let us know what you think.
To pay nobody.
No. And on top of that, he's got lawsuits against his own government with people running these agencies that's just going to give him the money. I mean, come on, man. It's just pathetic. And we've got to do something about this because we are a laughing stock to other nations, but more importantly, we are a hurting stock to the people right here in America that deserve better. We all deserve better. Let us know what you guys think. Did that surprise you that Trump's tower couldn't pass food and safety inspections? Not me, but for those of you that don't know that there's a different side to Trump, it might have surprised you. All right, Moochie, we're done talking about Trump for one. Well, no, we're not. I take that back. We're not done talking about Trump. But this story that we're going to cover this time, Moochie, in regards to Trump, well, we'll get to Trump in a minute. Let's talk about the people in Vermont, Burlington, Vermont, fighting back against ICE. Now, Moochie, have you had to deal with ICE in your community at all so far?
I've seen them, but that's like on Jamaica, like by Jamaica Avenue. I've seen them down there like that. And they be sending warnings and stuff like they got like a whistle thing they do to warn people that they coming and stuff. But I haven't seen it. I seen it like in passing.
Right. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the people are fed up. And they're tired of folks just breaking into homes lawlessly. And this is a video of the people fighting back when ICE just broke into a man's home illegally. Take a look.
That was crazy.
Moochie, these guys are a bunch of cowards. These dudes are the type of cats that if you don't give them a weapon, they couldn't bust a grape in a food fight. They couldn't win a pillow fight if they had 10 pillows. These are those dudes that sit around in their mom's basement that went and signed up to be ICE. By the way, most of them didn't get paid. By the way, have we seen Dean Cain fat ass anywhere out here doing this job?
He quit already. He didn't stay that long.
Did you think he was going to be in it for real? No.
No,
But
I think he found out what consequences they have to deal with, or somebody actually read the contract that they signed, these fools. Do you know they could get deployed? So since they want to play soldier so bad, let them go over to where the real fight is. Instead of sending our young boys, let them go where the real fight is.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just about to say, if y'all so itching to fight, go where a real fight is at. Don't go somewhere where you have the advantage. As a matter of fact, they talking about putting boots on the ground in Iran. Take all the ice, take all these would-be tough guys and send them over there and see what happens. Do it. Do it. Moochie, if Trump was to say, I'm sending ice over there, half of ice would drop out right now. Them fuckers ain't about that life.
Are quitting because they're not getting paid.
Yep.
They didn't read the fine print. They thought they was going to get a $10,000 bonus, but it's after they make the 5-year mark. And if they quit in between that time, they will have to pay the money back. Do you understand?
Moochie, look, they don't know that Trump don't like to pay people.
He don't like to pay. Look at what's going on now with his food services and his hotel that you just spoke of. They not getting paid. He don't like to pay his people. He was doing this to the contractors back in the day, the small-time contractors, and put a lot of them out of business because then they got to go through all of that legal stuff. And, you know, he has power attorneys where, you know, people will go out of business trying to, you know, keep up the fight with him when they sue.
And the sad thing is, Moochie, he won't even pay people with other people's money. He won't even pay these guys with the government's money. So Trump loving people, you must ask the question, because in that big ugly bill, he increased ICE spending by double what it was. Where's that money going? Where's the money going, Moochie? He's not paying these guys that went there thinking they was going to be G.I. Joe. They turned into G.I. broke. So where's the money going, Moochie?
Probably in his pockets. They've been robbing that whole administration been getting rich since they've been in there, between the insider trading, which his son is guilty of that recently, allegedly.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's the insider trading that they're doing, the way he's manipulating the stock market.
Yep.
You know, and stealing funds that's supposed to go out to people.
Exactly. Post your comments about that. Midterms is coming. Figure out which Democrat is not getting paid by corporates, because one of the reasons Democrats right now their favorability is so low is because nobody really has a backbone except for a handful of Democrats, and they don't have a backbone because they're all bought by some of the same corporations that pay Trump, AIPAC, folks that back Israel.
Yeah.
You need to figure out who is the hometown Democrat, like they did with Mom Donnie, that's not taking no corporate money so that they can be about the will of the people and not the will of a corporation. Figure that out, and let's get this thing to change a little bit. Damn, just makes me sick. We're going to continue on with the show a little more, and we've still got to cover Trump talking about black folks' genetics and brown people's genetics.
That one too. Okay.
Racial.
I don't like going in the talk with stuff.
Yeah. We still have Anglos that feel emboldened to call black people and brown people racial slurs. And we still got my man Godfrey. All that is coming up in just a second. But before we do that, I've got a sponsor, and I need to take time to recognize my affiliate sponsor. And that affiliate sponsor is Kalshi. If you are someone who enjoys placing a wager on something that you think is going to happen, Kalshi has just about an option for you everywhere. You can put prediction wagers on elections. You can do them on a few sports. You can do them on a whole lot of topics that are moving, things like the Oscars, who's going to win Best Picture, anything that you feel like you know is going to happen and you want to get a little money on the table, Kalshi has it for you. All you got to do is click that link in my video description, and by clicking that link, you'll get a couple of bucks to go and help you make some bucks. Try Kalshi, ladies and gentlemen. I assure you, you've thought about something, you've gotten it right, and this time you can get paid to get it right. We'll jump right on into the one that you know, Moochie, the one where Trump is talking about genetics. The president of the United States. Here we go. Let's take a listen.
A lot of them were let in here. They shouldn't have been let in. Others are just bad. They go bad. Something wrong. There's something wrong there.
So
the genetics are not exactly, they're not exactly your genetic.
Well,
it's one of those problems, Brian. It's a terrible thing, and it happens. And it happens too often.
So,
this is the same one that's saying they eating cats and dogs, but in the files, he's doing them. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I know. I've heard about the little bestiality stuff. But here's the thing, Moochie. Immigrants' genetics are bad. Really? He said that out of his mouth. He said that.
He's not a smart man. Just like you said, where his head is a empty pumpkin with Obama inside, because that's his biggest thought. All he think about is what Obama do.
Well, let's take a look at this, Moochie. Let's take a look at this. What does the data say about genes and genetics? Here, I'll show it to you. Human genetics and race. What does the science actually say? The big number, 99.9%. The Human Genome Project, completed in 2023, confirmed that all humans are 99.9% identical at the DNA level, and that there is no genetic basis for race, meaning that nobody is born with an inherent bias to be criminals, like Trump tried to say. And furthermore, we'll expand on this to show you something else that'll enrage Trump-loving MAGA folks. Take a look at this, Moochie. Is race biological? No. Race is a social construct. But more importantly, Moochie, it goes on to say, what about skin color? Skin color is actually a perfect example of how genetics does not follow racial lines. In regions with intense sunlight, like the Sahara in Africa, southern India, Southeast Asia, and so forth and so on, dark skin developed as a biological protection from UV light across people who would be classified as completely different. And last but not least, where does human genetics diversity actually come from, Moochie? This is the one that'll make them mad. They always want to talk about us African Americans. Modern humans originated in Africa 300,000 years ago, you fucking dummies.
The original man, the black man.
Yes. We are the Aborigines.
Any human being, different shades.
So to say that immigrants have bad genetics, Moochie, would that not say that all those immigrants that came here and stole this country from the indigenous people got bad genetics too? Would it not be the same to say that those same people are the violent criminals that he's trying to say modern day immigrants are?
Barbaric Neanderthals?
Yes. And how do we know that? They dismantled the natives that was already here. They enslaved black people that they brought over here to do the work they didn't want to do. So, Moochie,
people was already here. The United States was conquered, and the slaves are prisoners of war. People don't want to break it down like how it really happened, and they tell these stories, and basically it was conquered.
Exactly. And now you got places like Florida closing libraries, burning up books that tell the real truth. But I'll say this, Mooch, and then we'll move on. We should expect Trump to say that because it's in his DNA. And when I say DNA, Moochie, you know what I mean?
Neanderthal.
Close, but no cigar. When I say DNA, and when I say DNA, talking about MAGA and Trump folks, white folks like that, it's them no good ancestors. That's what DNA is. And he's breeding it. As Moochie said earlier in this video, he's projecting. And that's what he just did here. So post your comments. Let us know what you think about Trump and his lack of intelligence, and how people who don't have great intelligence still to this day continue to love Trump. All right, Moochie. We have an issue with black folks being called out their name, but this time, Moochie, consequences happen. Take a look.
Hank, she's tripping.
Yeah, I knew you were one of them motherfucking niggas.
Yeah. Hey, bitch.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Hey, fuck you, bitch.
What you think you calling a nigga?
A nigga?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't condone violence, but that's just me. I can't speak for everybody else. And I think Trump said sometimes words have consequences. Moochie, that was a consequence. What do you think about that before I give you some comparisons and some analogies and some of the things that have led up to this type of behavior? What do you think?
I feel like since he's been in, he's caused nothing but division. I talked about this before on your channel. So he just brought all the racists out of the woodwork. And it's we know everybody's not like that, but we finding out a lot of people are though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So let's rewind to the beginning of this year. You recall that we had this chick right here who called this little boy the N-word, gave him the middle finger, and then went and put up a GoFundMe and made $1 million because people
it got shut down.
But she got $1 million out of it before they got shut down. It was $1 million and still climbing. So I don't want to hear nothing when something like that happens, when y'all do that shit, because you're asking for it. You're asking for it. And let us not forget this chick here who should have got her ass beat too, but she didn't. She didn't.
She had tears. She was crying after everything. I remember her.
But that's what they do, Moochie. The ones that behave like that, the ones that get enraged and decide they're just going to fly off at the mouth and call you something that they feel is the lowest thing they can call you, if they have consequences, meaning the police show up, chastise them, somebody beat them up, or anything like that's when they want to fucking cry. Was you crying them tears when your mouth uttered the word nigga? Was you crying those tears then? What we need to start having is a lot of this programming that has been put in place in society. We've got to deprogram it, Moochie. We've got to deprogram it. And it bugs the hell out of me when people say that because folks like me and you are arguing for equality, we're causing division. Moochie, what does the term equality mean?
Equal. The same.
Thank you. Exactly. So how the hell are Democrats causing division when this man just got up here and said immigrants have different genes? This man is up here rallying racist groups to do bad things. Stop it. Just stop it. Post your comments down below. Let us know what you think. And we will end this segment and this show on a funny note. One of my favorite comedians has emerged here recently, Godfrey. I love him and DL because they do an excellent job of merging comedy with the issues going on. And if anybody has studied history, which most of MAGA hasn't, you know that some of the first people dictators like to get rid of are comedians, because they're able to tell the story of a government and a country in a funny way that brings people together. So we just watch issues of division. So now let us watch issues that can get people to chuckle and come together. Is my boy Godfrey. If he's on tour near you, please go see him. Here we go with his segment, Leave Black People Alone.
On the next episode of Leave Black People Alone.
Now this is a quick video of a white dude on the bottom of the stairs talking to a big black dude. He's a big boy. And he has his little like flip-flops on, and he's telling the dude,
can we not talk while I'm standing here and you standing down there? Listen, dude. No, you listen. I just need you to turn and go down. You keep walking up.
Listen, motherfucker. I ain't trying to fight you.
All right, bro, then go downstairs.
very articulate. He said, hey, Lou, you don't come up here, please. don't come up here. And the dude's like, come on, I just want to talk to you. And then he screams, listen, man, God. You know, he did that, you know.
Listen, motherfucker, I ain't trying to fight you.
The white dude, listen, man, what the f? And he goes, listen, don't come back up here. Don't come towards me. And he tried to.
Shake my head.
And when I tell you this motherfucker, 300 Gerard Butler, the Sparta kick, he kicked the f out of him. Now, this was not an ordinary kick, all right? The white boy is like lean, but the brother he's a big boy. This was a kick from a Clydesdale. You ever seen a Clydesdale? Those are some of the biggest horses, I think, in the horse family. I don't know, I'm not a horse expert, but Clydesdales are big as f. He got kicked in the sternum. The sternum is about right here, diaphragm. He got kicked, and with flip-flops. It wasn't like a boot or with a flip-flop. And I don't know what happened to him because the video cuts off, but I'm sure he ain't bringing his back upstairs ever again. He gonna be using a ramp after that kick. God dang, he kicked the f out of him. Woo! That was public housing stairs. She kicked the sh out of him. Yeah, that was, first of all, wonderfully executed. He warned the guy. He warned him. He said, don't come up here. Dude's like, come on. Bam! And you say, God, this is the dope jam. Fantastic execution, perfect, beautiful. Front snap kick from a Clydesdale. Way to go, big boy. Leave black people the f alone, dude.
Moochie, all I could think about, because I saw the movie 300, all I could think about is Sparta.
Yeah, when he gets in that hole.
So the question here is, Moochie, what was white dude think? He done told you to get away. Why are you still approaching this man? Like,
he sets the boundaries. That's like somebody saying, I dare you to knock this off. Okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Look, he said, don't come any closer. Once you stepped into my space, you know he knocked the wind out of him, Lamont. The wind knocked out of you. He got the wind out. And those steps look metal.
Hey, RU kick for my gaming heads out there in Street Fighter. RU kick. That's what he did. He laid that MF out. But you guys post your comments. Let us know what you think. That is going to pretty much do it for us on a short show tonight. Moochie, what do you have going on your channel that the people can look forward to seeing in the next coming week?
Well, we got the finale of Cross, Trending Topics, and I haven't really been doing much. I was on the spot 2 days ago, so that is up too. And we interviewed Elle, so that was really good. So, come on and take a look. Muchilla's Reviews. The next show I know I'm going to be doing, I didn't do my Raising Canaan trailer breakdown. That's what's going to be coming up, because I got to give my thoughts of what I think is going to happen this season. So, keep y'all notifications on and holler at your girl.
Well, you guys heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Holler at your girl. You'll be seeing me more and more often. And I don't talk about it much, but for those of you still trying to learn how to get into the stock market, I got me a little plan. And weekly, I take 3 people that I show my system to and introduce them to it. The link is in description. If you've ever thought about giving stocks a chance, if you've ever had a chance and you failed, maybe the system I use could be something you can implement. And right now, while Trump is in office, telegraphing a lot of stuff, making things easy to predict, now is a great time as ever to get into the stocks. That's going to do it for us. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. And until that next sexy as hell video with me and Moochie, we're out. And here's my favorite outro.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.